for the B Framed Gallery's WI Proud Artist of the Month. It is July, so we're talking with Chase Gentry. How you doing today?
I am tired. I'm doing good, but I'm tired.
Yeah, full disclosure, we're doing this interview right after Chase got done with the beautiful new mural on 3rd Street. We were talking before we came on camera here, but talk a little bit. This just came out of an email from Gunderson, is that right?
Yes, yeah. As far as I can remember, they just Amplified by Gunderson sent me an email like a year and a half ago with Neo, the other artist from the Green Bay area, and then that's just kind of how it started, really.
And you were saying that this is a marriage between Bellin and Gunderson, because they got an artist from the Green Bay area where Bellin is based out of. Gunderson got you out of La Crosse, born and raised, right? Is that how that worked?
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Talk about working with Neo a little bit. You had never met him before this.
No, Yeah, Neo is incredible, an incredible teacher. I learned so much. He was filled with experience and expertise in the craft. And he's done multiple murals in the past before, a lot more than I have. So I learned so much from him. And I honestly wouldn't have been able to do it without Neo's help. So big shout out to Neo.
He had mentioned in other interviews that he borrowed from the landscape. Is that what is going on in the artist's impression? What is that mural to you guys?
Yeah, for me, we have different personal ways of looking at this project and how it means to each other, and I think that was a big part, is how other people interpret it. So we didn't want to create one specific narrative for people to follow. We wanted like people to just kind of interpret it in their own ways. From my perspective, I see it as a fun, bright, colorful, just interesting to look at piece of work. And just every time you look at it, there's something new. That was my main goal. For Neo, he decided he noticed like the countryside and the bluffs and the city. There was a lot of weaving going around. And I think that's where the hair kind of weaves in and out of the piece. That's where the inspiration comes from.
Did you put Easter eggs in there?
I did, yes.
Okay, because I found the baby.
You did? You found the blue baby?
Yeah.
Cool. There is a blue baby in that mural, just to honor the blue baby, which is a phenomenal piece of work. Absolutely love it.
Agreed.
I miss it. And so I just wanted to honor that the best way we could, just by doing a little silhouette somewhere in the mural. I don't know where it is, so I have to find it.
Do you do that with a lot of your work and hide stuff in it?
Yes, yeah. So most of my drawings, I'll hide little Easter eggs and just secret things. Some of them are reference to, let's see, like regulars on my stream. I have regulars who pop in pretty much every day, and they just, over the time, I've gotten to know them pretty well, and they have specific like things they like to request, so I'll hide those in there. But yes, most of my pieces have just like hidden weird stuff going on. Yeah.
The streaming that you're talking about, you go live every day on your TikTok channel, right? We'll put that address
right there. Boom.
When did that start? How did you start doing that?
I started TikTok about, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. And it was just on a whim. I've been doing Instagram for a while. I've been selling artwork on there and just posting pictures. And I realized it wasn't really working for me. It wasn't growing as much as I'd like. And then a bunch of my friends were like, join TikTok. You should do it. And finally I caved in and I got it. Started posting a few videos here and there. Didn't think much of it. And then out of nowhere, like a video just kind of blew up. And then people started following. And then I got enough followers to go live. So I was like, I'll test that out, see how that goes. People started joining, and then one thing led to another, and I just kept expanding. And now I'm to the point where I stream every day, and we got like 300, 400 viewers just hanging out with me while I draw and make weird noises.
Almost 200,000 followers.
Yeah, almost 200,000. It's grown a lot, and I feel like I'm playing mostly catch up at this point, you know? I'm not really sure how all of it works. I'm just kind of just following along and trying to learn as I go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Would you say the TikTok stuff led to all the growth that you've had over the last 3 years? Like specifically?
Yes, definitely. I think so. I mean, people from all over the country. I had a solo show at the Pump House, by the way.
I was going to bring that up next.
Yeah, I had a solo show at the Pump House, and people from like all over the country actually flew to La Crosse to see it, and that made me, I don't know, that was insane. I did never expect that.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know, that was wild.
I'm sorry to keep jumping all over, but you keep leading into what I wanted to ask about.
Yeah.
You're from La Crosse, born and raised. How cool was it to have a gallery show at the Pump House?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, I grew up like going to the Pump House and just seeing everybody's work there.
Right.
And I just applied, again, on a whim to see if I could get a solo show. Didn't think much of it, and then I got the email. And then I was like, oh my God, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna fill their space with as much stuff as possible and just see what happens. So it was an incredible experience, and I hope to do more. Yeah. And not just at the Pump House, just like all over.
Well, now you have paintings for sale in River City Galleries. Yeah. Like you one of the walls in town belong to you. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Yeah. That's so cool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. With TikTok, did that lead to your coloring book?
Oh, the coloring book. Yeah. Yes, it did. So there is a tie between the coloring book, which is sold out right now, unfortunately. I know, rats. We do hope to make another one.
Good.
Hopefully this summer.
Brand new one or the same one?
Brand new one with Ope Publishing, a local publishing company here. But yes, the original coloring book was tied to my TikTok page. Each page I drew as a video. I made into a video on my TikTok page and then turned that page into a coloring book. And then you could actually find a little code on each page that would take you to the video. So, yeah.
That's so cool. Like,
thank you.
Does your brain ever stop with it? Because, like, I look at some of your drawings, the entire page is just filled. Mm-hmm. Does your brain ever stop creating that way?
Sometimes. Right now, I'd say yes.
Sure,
because I am beat. But normally, it's easy for me to just kind of scribble on a piece of paper and then turn that into something.
Sure.
And that's just it's helped me relax, you know. And early on, I suffered with a great deal of depression and anxiety, and the art and that specific kind of art helped me deal and cope with those depressions and anxieties that I had. So
I think you can see that in your works like Civilization, where the six-armed thing is coming out of the city that's all black and white with the flower. Like that spoke to me as someone who deals with depression. Like that's what it feels like sometimes. Just I need that color and that flower to come through this bleakness. And so those kind of, I can see that in your work that you've dealt with some sort of anguish. You know? What are your influences?
So I have a lot, but the big ones are cartoons.
I was gonna say, you see Adventure Time kind of come up throughout your stuff, your tattoos there.
All over my
Your work looks like it would be at home in a Studio Ghibli type thing. So cartoons specifically?
Yeah, I mean, if I were to just say one big thing, it would be cartoons, Adventure Time. But a lot of it does come from the La Crosse area, just growing up with the nature and there's this weird balance between kind of city life and like Southside, downtown La Crosse, and then there's the nature, hiking through Hickson Forest, and it's just both of those meld pretty well into what my style is today, and it's just kind of what happened.
That's one of the things I say when people ask me, because especially locals, they're like, you love La Crosse? And I do, I love La Crosse. One of the things that I love about it is that you can be 2 minutes from hustle and bustle and 2 minutes from nothing.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it was for me. I actually had to move away to really understand that, because at a young age, I was like, I'm ready to get out of here.
Of course.
I'm gonna move away. And then when I got away, I realized like how much I missed La Crosse area and just like the peace and quiet of this area. And Philly was great. I loved it, but there's nothing that beats like home.
Sure. What is the goal? What's the dream?
Honestly, this might sound weird, but I think I'm doing it at the moment. I don't really aim to. I just want to be able to pay my bills and have fun and just kind of relax at home while making my work. I don't really strive to aim like for the stars, so to speak. I don't need to be famous or anything. I just want to live comfortably with Jesse and my cats, and that's pretty much all I want to do and make art.
You have now created something in town that I can tangibly point to and be like, this is why I love La Crosse. That wall it speaks to us, it speaks to you, it speaks to what I love about town. You are specifically the type of artist that I wanted to highlight in this segment because you're born and bred right here in the Coulee and you're doing amazing things.
Thanks.
So keep it up.
Thank you.
He's Chase Gentry. This is the B-Frame Galleries. WI Proud Artist of the Month.